Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is
Kay.
And today we are reviewing Netflix's original film, I Am Mother. So I Am Mother has already been on the circuit, but mainly just at Sundance Festival. This is a Netflix original, so I presume they funded it or bought the rights to play it exclusively. It's directed by Grant Sputro. This is his directorial debut. Debut. He's done a short film before and I believe something TV, but this is his first endeavor into feature film world. Would you like to give a synopsis?
Okay. So I Am Mother is a film about a post-apocalyptic sort of after an extinction level event. There's like this bunker thing that's kind of like an arc in a way for humanity to start again. There is a robot called Mother.
Not Mother.
Who raises a human called Daughter.
It's very on the nose.
Daughter.
And I don't really want to say more than that.
Well, you can't because in the trailer it shows.
Well, I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I don't think you should watch the trailer. Trailers are bad. Never watch trailers.
well, okay. There is a third person, and we do kind of need to talk about that because it's Hilary Swank. And,
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's a great actor. I know some people don't rate her highly at all. From what I've seen, I really enjoy her acting, and in this particular, I thought she was great.
Who put that in your head?
I like this film. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought the cinematography was just lovely. I'm always weary of going, I love this film's awesome, because I don't want to raise your expectations too high and then you watch the film and you're like, what are you talking about? I didn't enjoy this film. My expectations were up here. And now I'm disappointed. So I'm just going to say, this is a good film. You should enjoy this film. I actually think it's a great film. Is it? I don't know. I'm confused.
So I have seen this now twice. I watched it the first time with my eldest son, who's kept his engagement for the majority of the film. He only went on his phone a couple of times, which is amazing. And then I watched it with my wife and my youngest son, and they seem to be engaged for the majority of the film.
I've discovered something troubling.
I will say that this film does feel like it's drawing from a number of films. You will, when you watch it, there are inspiration things from Terminator, from Aliens, some of the great science fiction films. It definitely nods towards, and even there are some scenes where you go, oh, that really is reminiscent of that kind of film. Even Space Odyssey, there is this kind of the whole mother, Hal, what you're doing, Hal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or even Wall-E. There is this kind of moment at the beginning where I thought, oh, that really reminds me of Wall-E. And even Neil Blomkamp's, his robotic creatures that you see from Oates Creations, or from the way he does robot films. So we had that South African Chappie, which is reminiscent of Chappie. So if you put all of that in together, it's not those films, but it definitely draws inspiration from those. And like Kirsten said, the cinematography is great in this, but this film wouldn't hold your engagement if the actors in it didn't hold your engagement. And for the majority of the beginning, there is one actor acting off against a voice of a robotic creature, so this android. And so she has to hold your attention, which I think she does well. I like the montages and the way they kind of set up the story, and then when Hilary Swank's character engages, I'm really trying not to do any spoilers with anything that goes on. It keeps you engaged, and I think the story is really interesting as well.
Yeah, it raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, and if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you do know, and I say this often, I'm aware of it, that I have a weak spot when it comes to sci-fi, which is why I wanted to watch it twice, to see whether it's any good. And there already are rumors that when people start seeing this, they're going to go, oh no, this is a rubbish, another Netflix sci-fi film.
Mother?
Because at the moment, it's got a really kind of good rating because it's been at Sundance. And generally, when you go to Sundance and you're well looked at there and people give a certain air to Sundance, then you kind of have a bit of credit. But when you go into Netflix original films tend to have a bit of their series do well, but their films seem to have a bit of bad air when it comes to them. I would say put that all out of your mind, because I thought this was quite unique. I enjoyed this. I thought it was good.
I think this film raises some really interesting questions about human nature and what it means to be a human being, and what are the good qualities about being human and what are the negative qualities. And if I don't know, I'm going to give something away. I'm going to stop right there. Oh yes, foreshadowing. Our other son Ethan, he really likes the concept of foreshadowing, where in dialogue or visually something is sort of foreshadowed before it actually comes in later on in the film. And you do get a little bit of this, but it's not so obvious that you're going, oh, I know where this is going. It actually kind of surprised me, and it led to some discussion after we'd watched the film, which I always enjoy. I always find, like, if you can watch a film with your family and then afterwards spend a good sort of half an hour chatting about it, that's a good film.
Something else that people were talking about at Sundance and in other various blogs on the net, so it must be true.
I'm as surprised as you.
This film seems to have the sense of longevity because of the way it's filmed. It feels very tangible. So although there is sci-fi elements to this, there are tangible moments. You push a door, a button is very real, which is why I was talking about Space Odyssey. You have to pull levers and things. You have to do stuff that's physical. So although it is science fiction, there's a lot of real world elements to it. And 10 years time, you could go back to watching this like you do with Aliens now, which still holds up because it has longevity. It's very tangible. The elements, the stuff they use, the weapons, the costumes all feel like they're real, lived in. So you have the robotic stuff and you have the kind of hologram stuff in places, but most of all, it's all kind of, it feels real, like you could live in it. Even though it's very clinical, it feels alien in nature, and you feel like 20 years time you could watch this, which I think it's you feel like
when you say it feels alien in nature, you mean the film, right?
The film is alien in nature.
Not, it doesn't alienate you and make it feel like this is.
They get it. They know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
They definitely
Okay.
did. I think this film has a lot of good points to it. It's got more positives than anything negative. I think you're going to enjoy this. Do let us know in the comments. That's your place to go wild, and let us know whether you thought it was great or whether you think I'm just blinded again by sci-fi. I do like my sci-fi, but if my son likes it, both my sons like it, my wife likes it, then maybe it's actually one of Netflix's good films that they've brought onto their platform. I'm excited to see what else this director can do, because if this is his first feature, then he's made it look great. He's chosen a great story. He knows how to direct actors to get the most out of a scene and out of your characters. So really excited to see. So I'm going to give this A-, I think, because I don't think it's an A+, and I'm not quite sure if there's some issues that I'm missing. That is possible with science-fi. There's always that kind of...
Science-fi?
With science-fi, there's always that kind of stuff that you could miss. You could pull the story apart, probably asking certain questions about how they went there, what if they did that, why didn't she do that. There is definitely that in this. What would you give it?
I was thinking A-, but I don't want to seem like I'm just copying you.
So, what are you going to give it then?
I don't know. A-.
Okay. Thanks for watching this review. Do check out our other reviews on the channel. We've got Jessica Jones season 3 on there at the moment, and Blackadder. No.
Blackadder, what are you on?
What have I got?
I don't know.
Oh, and Black Mirror season 5.
Mirror.
Which I hope you're enjoying. Blackadder's back? What? No. Wow, I need to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching this review, but most of all, until next time, remember,
live long and Tuesday.
Now, this isn't a racist sign, just in case anybody was thinking that. This is to do with the Vulcans, not white supremacy.
Peace. Star Trek.